Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. We are still currently on the COVID lockdown. And recently I have been um, checking out all the conspiracy theory stuff, and I've been on that mode. But I woke up this morning realizing that, hey, that's the wrong pace to be on because I actually thought we actually have a great opportunity with this downtime. Now the system is actually down, so people aren't being as controlled as much. And the advantage you have is you get more time to figure yourself out. And also, like I said, your mind and your hands are being used by the system. They control you by your work of the hands or work of the mind. But this is actually time that you get your mind back. So, what really did it for me yesterday, I got my little notes here in this book. My buddy David did this art. I got some more sweet art. This is Metatron's Cube. It's some sacred geometry stuff. My friend drew this. Really talented guy. Super talented. Um, there's this YouTube video called Hacking Reality. And they talked about an eight-dimensional reality. And they called it E8. And I was all, what? And they took a bunch of oranges and they stuffed the thing in the oranges and they show the points of the oranges. And they talked about an 8D reality being in a crystal and a 4D reality being in a crystal and a 3D reality being a crystal. I'm going to grab my crystal real quick. So this is a big nubbing crystal from Mexico. I scored it. I got a deal on it. I got it for $50. But at night, I take the cell phone and I shine the light through it. I wonder if I could do that right now. I don't know if it would work right now, but if you take the light from this phone and you put it right here, check out that crystal. Okay. So when they talk about like dimensional realities, check this out. You got the crystal. It's got all these shapes, this sacred geometry. Look at that. Okay. You might just think it's light or crystal. This is literally my cell phone and just a crystal. And you can move it around like this and then even go like that with it. And it lights. That's what I use for light at night. It's my favorite. That and candles is my favorite. But the crystal is a representation of kind of like dimensional. So imagine if like our third dimension was in the center. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dimensions on this, which is the E8 dimensional reality. And so the thing on that is they also explain something like there's a if you like this has got see this brush, it has an oval right here. So like imagine that we're just within this three-dimensional reality, but actually something that was circular comes right here, and that makes it 6 or 7, because there's a force, there's an energetic force. So in a way, like we could be right here, my finger could be a little reality, and then this could be the other dimensions of realities we can't see. Proving, which is the only thing we understand is light, and light, which is information, but light and something else. I forgot what it was. I'm a kook. Light and something else is what makes our reality. But there's these higher dimensions, and it's higher frequency of thought. And the interesting thing about this is that humans, I wrote something. There's a book called Bringers of the Dawn, and this is from a year ago. I took it off my printer, off my whiteboard. I had to take a photo because my notes are so good. But like 12 helix DNA. Okay, so I wonder if I could show you. So like if we got right here, 12 helix, and I got all the frequencies right there, but 12 helix DNA. They say humans are two-stranded DNAs. I actually heard something from this book that said at one time humans were at a 12 helix DNA, and the Anunnaki came down and altered our state to, we were at 12. Some aliens came down and they altered us to 2. And they're finding that some babies are being born 3 and 4 strands of DNA. And I actually believe that your DNA can be evolved. Me, I'm alive, I can evolve my DNA higher too. It's all codes. And so there's a probability, I don't know if I'm right about this, that you can actually evolve your DNA up higher through positive thoughts and mindsets. And these conspiracies, I think they're good because they challenge the mind. But we got to be careful, because I have to be careful more than anything. I'm speaking, teaching myself. We can really get lost in them. But they're fun. They're fun to get lost. And you got to think about why the mind loves to get lost in conspiracy theories, why the mind loves to be critical, why the mind loves all these things. Why do people give into fear? These are all things that need to be talked about. And the most important thing to know is the source creator, God, who created you, he made you to be positive. He made you to be happy. He made you to have joy. He didn't make you to be bummed out. He didn't make you to be, which I got to learn, bummed out, oh, because the government's not doing something right. We need to govern our own lives and make, sovereign decisions on what we're going to do with our own lives. And we need to talk to people too. But I think there's so much more. And I got this notebook, and I'm going to make more of these YouTube videos and start sharing this stuff. I have a timeline of all my travels in here. So basically in 2014, I went to Baja. In 2015, I went to Kauai. 2016, I went to Big Island, which I really love Big Island. 2017, I went to, just basic Central California. And then 2018, I went to Costa Rica. And then 2019, I went back to Oahu again. And so I've had this surf school, this business I do. Here's my cool logo, because I'm stoked on it. Surf School Mendocino. So the thing is I've tried to travel every year so I can get a new concept. And I've learned about geographic locations, and I wrote about it, and I've traveled and I wrote. And I got a website called editconch.com. It's editconsc.com. And I got to amp that up. I owe money on it, and I don't have the money, so they might cancel it out. I might just go back to paper writing and then just send out stuff to my friends. But what I think the main point I'm trying to make is that we have a chance to go to a higher frequency right now, and through this shutdown, we can lift our vibrations higher and calibrate higher, and maybe we can save human consciousness. It's just a thought, and and I want to end on that.